Hello, good afternoon. I'm Conduit. Today is January 14, 2022. I would like to share to you some reminders, key points about electrical wiring. If you are about to make splices or wiring connection on the junction box, we have to consider the box fill that was written on the electrical code, because there was a question if you are about to do some splicing on the junction box, how many uh, splices come in a junction box. So there was a article there in the code that for the smallest 2x4 by 1.5 box, you can comfortably splice 4 conducting wires. But for the large junction box like this, you can splice 18 individual conducting wires. Now, in case you are about to make connections on the utility box, if you notice this one, we are going to use connector, PVC connector for the utility box. You notice here, there's a lock nut inside, to secure the connector. The problem here, you notice the angle of the screw point, it is going outward. Tendency, this screw point will be broken or damaged, and this will become useless. There was a video I have seen in a YouTube. Also, one guy shared this idea, maybe because of he already experienced this screw point was damaged, so he fabricated this. Okay, PVC he melted and then expand the edge. Okay, and then he put it inside and then connect the hub of the conduit. So if you notice, if you tighten the screw, it can go inside without obstruction. Unlike this one, see, the screw is still not yet fully inserted, but the screw point already bending going outside, bending outward. So this tendency, this will be damaged, unlike this one. But also you need solvent to fix this one, otherwise it will separate or disconnect. Same thing with this, you need a solvent. The advantage on this is cheaper, less budget. Unlike this one, you need additional budget every entry point if you are going to use connector. Advantage of this, it's easy to install. Unlike this one, you are going to make some effort to fabricate, takes time. But because this one doesn't create too much obstruction inside, unlike this connector with lock, it reduces the box fill. Okay, unlike this one, fabricated, I call this uh, blind connector. Blind connector. So both of them are having advantage and disadvantage, but in terms of box fill, I prefer this. You can maximize the box fill, because if you install one three-way switch on this switch plate and the other one is single switch, there will be too much wiring inside. Of course, you are going to need some slack on the wire, at least 6 inches, 4 inches. But if you are going to fix the device or the switch or the receptacle, it's very difficult to secure or fasten the screw, especially like this. There's already a restriction to fix the screw. Unlike this one, you can thoroughly screw the bolt. And then, in case there is no other option, you just repair. The owner doesn't agree, you are going to make another what do you call this, junction box nearby to separate three-way switch and single switch like this. So what will you do? You make in the same space, the same area, but there's an extension. You have to deepen the hole. Remove the old one, replace with the two, but extended like this, so that you have a allowance inside for the splicing. How to do that? Then you have to cut this, like this one. You have to fabricate, and then do like this. Let's say do like this. The open one is on top like this, and then how do you secure? Remove the tab or the cover like that. Okay, then use your cable tie, attach here, like this. Like that, all four sides, but make sure this locking portion is in the middle, not inside the hole, so you still can insert the connector or PVC. Okay, so extender, I call this extender. Just fabricate, use the hole saw. Holes only, it's enough. Or if you have a copy saw, you can cut to make it extended like this. The same thing with the junction box. Let's say it is already connected with the conduits, 4 sides. Each conduit containing 4 or 5 conducting wires. So let's say 5 each conducting wires. Conduit 5 times 4, 20. Whereas the box fill of this is only how many? That's maximum 18. 4 by 4 by 2 and 1/8. And this is not 2 and 1/8 inch the depth, no? This 1.5 inch depth only, high depth only. So what will you do? Your conduit already fixed on both sides, 4 sides, and your wires already there. what will you do? Then you cut here at the back. But as much as possible, before you install this, prepare already. If you don't have available large square box like this, then make like this. Put this like this again. Same thing when connecting. Do like this also when connecting the junction box. Okay. Make sure you have available cable ties. Because we encounter the problem or the trouble. If we are technician or electrician, we must know how to do some troubleshooting. Or, see, you can put here now, whether you have 20 conducting wires, because of extender, no? You can accommodate 20 conductors. Same thing with this. If this is not enough and you don't have available larger box than this, then extend again, no? Like this. You tie both ends, both sides with a cable tie. You can extend the capacity of the box within the same place. Make sure you have I think this 5" the size of the hole saw, so that, but once you cut the, let's say you cut the back side, make sure you remove the wire, the bearing or ribaba. Call it ribaba. You just strip like this, no? So that when you are working here and you suddenly touch the edge of this one, it will not cause injury, because some bar is very sharp. Also, if you are about to do some cable pulling or inserting wires into conduits, we also have to consider the conduit fill. Every conduit, from the, let's say, non-metallic rigid conduit like this PVC, this has limitation of capacity. On the code stays here, if you are going to install, let's say 2.0 or size 14, based on the code, this should contain only 4 wires to make it easier to insert and pull the wire. Because if there are bends, and also on the code, electrical code, there was a, what do you call this, bends, limitation of bends. The allowed is 360-degree bends in one continuous run, meaning 490-degree bend. Okay, in excess of 90 degrees or 360 degrees, it will be difficult to pull the wire or insert the wire because of the bends. That's why you have to consider the capacity of every conduit. Like this, no? I'll show you. See on the table, For the 2.0 or size 14, if you are going to use 1/2 4 only, you are going to use 3/4 conduit 6 only, 1 inch conduit 10, 1.5 inch 25, 2 inch conduit 41. So every wire, so let's say 3.5, that is size 12, 5.5, that is size 10, 8.0, that is size 8, 14.0, that is 6. Meaning this is 2.0 millimeter. No? This 14, that is English system. This is metric system. So every conduit downward, there's corresponding wire. Because if you violated the code, let's say 1.5, you make it 6 conduit conductors instead of 4 only. What will happen? It's same thing with the junction box. If you overfill the junction box like this, no? Square box, octagonal box, 4x4, square box, this is a utility box. If you overfill those, what will happen? Read. 2 small box or pipe, too many wire stuff into a box can cause danger or overheating. What will happen? Short circuit and fire. What will be the result of the investigation of the fire department? Faulty wiring. Who will be liable? Who will be the liable? Do you think the owner? Our client? It is us, electrician. Because our client entrusted us to do the right way, the right thing. So we also have to consult the Philippine Electrical Code or National Electrical Code. This one, no? National Electrical Code. Also Philippine Electrical Code. Way back to 1995. This book. So that if our client complains, why need to buy large pipe, whereas you can buy small pipe only? Large pipe is expensive, no? So you can say to them, to our client, it is based on our code that we have to do this, we have to do that, for our safety, for the occupant safety and the equipment. We have to follow the code. Otherwise, there will be a fire because of overheating. Congested junction box. Say here you inserted 20 conducting wires, whereas it should accommodate only 4 or 5. If you splice here, very difficult to put back the cover. How much more on the utility box? That's why we have to know how to defend our job. We have to protect our career. By what? By knowing the electrical code, so that if our job was completed and time passed by, no incident of fire, electrical faulty wiring, our client, maybe someday they will get back to us and recommend us to another friends or investor. Not only that, if you are going to bend PVC pipe, use the spring so that when you are heating the pipe, so you are heating this, you want to bend this one, no? Let's say, because if you don't have a spring, what will happen if you heat up this PVC? Then you see it might bend sharp instead of soft bend or long bend. Once it is bended sharp or the pipe flattened, the internal diameter will be reduced. What will happen? There will be a restriction inside. You cannot put 4 conducting wires inside. Okay? You are going to bend 1 inch conduit. Use another spring for bending. This will secure the internal diameter to maintain the internal surface of the conduit. It will not be bended like this. So, this one you can buy in hardware or in online. You can buy so that you can make long sweep elbow. Very nice. See the internal diameter is not reduced, so the wire can be easily passed through. Easy to insert and easy to pull. Okay, I hope this one you consider the conduit fill and the box fill. If you require table for the box fill, you can download on the online. There are a lot of materials available online from Philippine Electrical Code or National Electrical Code. It was used in the US or in International Electrical Code. You can download those tables for the box fill, conduit fill, even the bending radius is available there. Thank you for watching. I hope I contribute some basic knowledge as a reminder. Thank you.